Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Today I'd like to talk to you about why I think that play is essential for aging gracefully, creatively, cheerfully, passionately, whatever you want to use. Play is key. I've got this funky little mirror that I made with my grandson Max. It's really cool. But silly things, just doing things because they're fun. We live in a society that promotes non-stop productivity. Like you've got to be doing things all the time. How's your job going? Oh, I'm really busy, so much to do. Constant engagement, always on. We can't leave our phones alone. We're always playing with our phones. This constant productivity thing. Play is kind of relegated to children, like the kids get to play. And if you're fortunate enough, you get to be a grandmother who has children that you can play with, but they're going to grow up and do their thing and be, productive. And I often think about that with all the little things that kids have to do today with school and study. And, they're like beginning to learn be productive, do things that are, going to, get you to some goal that you set for yourself. And playing becomes like an, extracurricular, a travel thing that you do once a year, Anywho, playing as we get older, though, for me, is not an option. I love to play. And with my grandkids, I get to play games, read books, just like we were playing with Nerf guns the other day out in the back of our house. Yeah, shooting a little bullseye that we had, a little thing. Crazy stuff, and I love playing. I love running. I love doing what I can. My body is, of course, getting a little older, so I can't do the skipping that is required of anyone over the age of 6, or under the age of 6. But I can do so much, with them, and I love that so much. But if you have not got grandkids, you can still do silly things. You can still blow bubbles. You can still go, walk along a lake and sing a song. Who cares? And people are going to think I'm crazy. Well, they do anyway. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Because as we play and we get older and we start giggling and laughing at silly things and, just dancing, in a crowd of younger people, it doesn't matter. They probably think it's kind of funny. And don't use the word cute, because that's not what we want to be called. We want to be called bohemian or eccentric or, joyful, whatever. Choose joy all the time, as a friend of mine said, choose joy. So it's essential, in my opinion, because it can rejuvenate your spirits. It can make you feel better. It can make you stronger. It can enhance your physical well-being. Yesterday, I was playing a game on the floor with my grandkids, and it was like, okay, we're finished that game, now on to the next thing. And I actually had to wriggle around a few times to get myself up off the floor. Yes, so basically play can help to activate your physical strength as well. It also enriches your mental health. You start to think. Even silly little games that you play with a child, is strengthening your brain. And you don't have to have kids around to be silly and to play. That's the most important thing to say here, because not everyone has got grandkids or young people around them. You can do playful things as well. So like what? Well, first of all, just think about why, going back to why you need to get this play into your life, integrate it into your life. Mental health is definitely a challenge for a lot of people right now. Things are way, way, way too serious. There's a lot of depression, anxiety. It really is a hard time to be on the planet. Always has been. I know I did a video on this the other day. It's like, we've always had challenges, but right now it does seem very, very hard. I think social media, technology has taken away some of the spontaneity of our childhood as we were kids, and I think that's challenging. Also, it enhances your physical health as well. Like I said, improves your balance, your mental strength. Maintaining independence. This is a huge thing as we get older, that not only do we want to be sort of mentally aware and acute, but we want to have physical health, so we don't have to depend on anyone else, that we can be independent. So again, doing things that are joyful and playful, and exercising is really, really important. And the end result of all that is that maybe by eating healthier food, things that you do when you were a kid, you might end up, being healthier with less chronic illness as well. So the final thing I think that it does really well for us is promotes engagement with each other. You can play with each other. And this is why women have to travel solo sometimes, right? You get to play with each other. We do occasionally trips with 60 and we did a trip to Portugal in last November, and there were 8 of us, and in Lisbon, we sent out an all points bulletin because it was like crazy time. It wasn't like silly, illegal stuff. It was just having a good time. We all dressed up at dinners, and we had fun with just getting in and off the bus and joking about stuff and telling stories, and it was just that playfulness that really, I think, brought. I mean, if anybody's watching this that was on that trip, just put down your comments about playing, because playful travel together, I think, is a really cool way to stay engaged as you get older. It builds a sense of community if you're just going in a group with someone. There's so many good group travel companies now that are doing group tours. I mean, Flavors is one that I love. It's in Scotland, but they actually do like Pilates and cooking and art all around the world. And there's Road Scholar, and there's Oats, which is another one, OATS. Lots of them are just doing, and yes, of course, they're going for cultural reasons to learn about places and the history and whatever, but they're also there to have fun. So, making gelato, or going to riding an e-bike for the first time, or just going to a flamenco dance and joining in, all those kinds of silly things. Action steps. Okay. Do what delights you. Do what delights you, because it won't be what delights anyone else. It's not going to be the same. For me, like sticking things on mirrors and playing games with grandkids, that's kind of my little fun thing. I love to do that. It makes me energized. But you can also do things like remembering what you did as a kid, what you really, really loved to do, and then do it again. I was thinking the other day that I used to roller skate. They were wheels. Roller skate. And I used to love that. And I mean, I don't know if I would do it now, or if I could even find a roller skating rink anywhere, but just remember what that was like. Play is personal, and whatever works for you might not work for me at all. So it's different for every single person. Tell us what some of your favorite playful things are. I mean, physical things, like what do you do for fun? The other thing you can do, of course, is to do like funny things, like watch movies, like watch funny documentaries or movies or things that you really, really enjoy. Mr. Bean is one of my favorites. Who's in the UK that knows Mr. Bean? Or, Fawlty Towers. I'm going back to the UK now from my memories. But, go to comedy shows, do things that are funny, just that make you laugh, that make you feel silly, that you could actually put, a hat on or some blow bubbles and nobody would mind. It's just because that's the atmosphere. You can get your play into routines. So schedule things that you do, maybe that are a little bit out of the ordinary. Go to Zumba. Zumba's a great place to dance, and you just let go. I mean, you're just like crazy. It's playful. It's dance, but it's playful. Belly dancing, all kinds of things like that. Online games too. I mean, it doesn't have to be something in person. If you would rather just be at home, you can just do online exercises or online dancing. And that's even in a way better, because absolutely no one can see you there unless you've got your windows open. But that's another thing to consider. Join groups or clubs. I'm looking at my notes here because I want to make sure I cover everything. There's lots of clubs that do fun activities, walking groups, book clubs, hobby-based groups. People that are doing fun things with, funky things, like being in a band or play some music or sing in a choir or just do something that, involves a group. There's plenty of community groups around. If you're in the States, I'm pretty sure that meetup.com is pretty big in the States, and they, I'm sure, have all kinds of activities that you can, take advantage of, and you can, join in. So anyway, lots of things to keep you inspired. I think that's, for me, like blowing bubbles is one of my favorite things. Whenever I go on a cruise, this is the truth, I always take bubbles with me, because then I like staying on the deck. I'm just blowing bubbles in the wind. Is that crazy? Well, I do it all the time. I do a lot of crazy things, to be honest. And we just had pink hair. And that's not really a game, is it, or playing? But, well, I suppose it's playing with reality when you're dyeing your hair pink. But we just had Fastnacht here in Switzerland, which is where everybody dresses up in crazy, wild costumes. And the most that I could come up with was this unicorn hat, which I actually thought was kind of cute. I'm going to just push back a teeny bit. Can you see me? Yeah, it's really cute. It's got like a little unicorn horn and little flowers. Very cute. I think it's nice. Anyway, but that's my kind of contribution to silliness today. I hope it made you smile. Go put a silly hat on or do something funky and fun, and know that play is kind of an essential for aging beautifully, for aging happily. And I won't say gracefully because not everybody wants to age gracefully. And just know that you can just go out, wear the hat, be silly, have fun, and know that you're loved and appreciated here. Okay, everybody, take really good care. Lots of love. Bye for now.